give? How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get the off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstay it, your thoughts are never everything you want till when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the dessert. I'ma leave it on the side. You on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak. I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest, though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Auburn product, Corey Graham. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. This is Grant. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. Breaks through the contact. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Terrell Suggs in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Hey, 0-0-0.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive and at the line. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. Able to find Isabella. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 24 yards. Well, several media outlets thought Andy Isabella was the top receiver in this year's class out of UMass. He dominated his senior year there. 1,700 yards, 13 touchdowns. They really say that he can just take a top off a defense. He ran a 4.31 40 at the Combine, 3rd fastest of all attendees. And then he was taken 62nd. A lot of experts think he was a major bargain with loads of potential. So on the big tight end, Holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. This one caught by Isabella. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Play action. Now it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And he's got Fitzgerald. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On 1st down, Grant. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Hey, watch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Anyway.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Mike 5-4. It's a party now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. Being chased out left. He'll run it. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
14,
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
19.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 19th touchdown now on the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
At the 29-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. Rolling to his right. Looking here for Smith. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. 1:53 remaining in this first half of play. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Seahawks have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle. 49 yards. That's complete. It's Gordon. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hunt, and I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. They come out here in the I. Now a third and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. Now it's Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them that they need him late in the game. His confidence should be sky high.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So first and 10 now from the 30.
54, right there, 54.
Murray now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. And let's get that. No.
Back to the air on second down, it's Murray. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10.
Wrap it. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bandit. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Murray now on first down. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. After the interception, here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Myers' kick is good. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
He's coming. He's there.
At the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
They're on 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
50, Mike, 50. Here we go.
They go back to Grant. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
First down, Murray. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They will run with Grant. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Murray gets this one to Isabella, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28.
16 yards.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump at.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2.
Oh, yeah. And here we go. Let's go. Bravo. Check 50. Mike's 56.
Now a toss coming right side. It's Grant, and he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Wilson. It's caught. Block it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide with...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's Grant. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks' 48-yard line.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
They're going for it. It's Murray. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's got this down to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Wilson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Metcalf once again the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 12.
He's coming. Get that quarterback. It all comes.
Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to go for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 1st down, it's Grant. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Murray now. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing now is Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 30. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
315. We want this. Switch.
They'll run it here with Hunt. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down.
Check 24. Good job right there. Good touch.
They go play action now. Wilson going for it all. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Arizona. 46 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Hakeem Butler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Here's Murray, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Wilson wants to throw it. He shakes him off. Escaping the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Wilson throwing again. It's complete to Lockett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. Now Wilson. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the other, the